John 2:6. Erant autem ibi lapideae hudriae, sex positae, secundum purificationem Judaeorum, capientes singulae metretas binas velternas. Moreover, or also, there were there 6 stone jars placed according to or in keeping with the purification or washing of the Jews, that is the rite or rites of purification of the Jews, holding or containing each one of them individually 2 each or 3 each metretas, which is a kind of measurement. So here we're proceeding on with the actual miracle. Mary has just told the servants at the wedding, do whatever Jesus tells you. And so now the miracle itself is going to happen. And the syntax here is a little bit complicated and might confuse you. And part of the reason, again, is because we're following here the Greek text very closely, but also there are some unfamiliar words. There is some Grecizing vocabulary that we need to pay attention to. So let's just walk through it step by step. Erat should be familiar to you. And we can note again that autem here is lacking as often any adversative sense. It's just moreover or then. This continue to happen. Ibi answers the question ubi, where did something happen? Ibi, there. There, that is in that place where Jesus and Mary are attending this wedding celebration, there were 6 hudriae lapideae. That is 6 stone jars. Now, hudriae is worth dilating on a little bit as well. This is obviously not a Latin word, and the Y is typically a good giveaway as to its foreign origin. This is a Greek word, basically just transliterated into Latin. Hudria in Greek, as you'll see in the Greek text, is simply a particular kind of water jar, in this case a very, very large water jar, made of stone. This is from our Latin adjective, lapideus, composed or made of stone. And we'll notice that our adjective is matching in number, case, and gender our noun, which is feminine nominative plural. 6 hudriae were set down or placed there. Now this comes from our verb pono, ponere, posui, positum, which is probably a verb that you've seen before. Here it's being used as participles in any tense often can be used attributively. That is to say, it's simply adding to us some information about the noun it describes. In this case, the hudriae. The hudriae have been placed there beforehand or set down there. Secundum purificationem Judaeorum also requires just a wee bit of explanation here, simply because we would expect something like secundum ritum purificationis Judaeorum. That is, according to the rite or practice of purification of the Jews. But this is a more compressed expression, again, following what we have in the Greek New Testament. And secundum purificationem here simply gives us all the information that we need to know, which is this is a typical practice connected to the washing or cleansing rituals of the Jews of the day, that is, of the Jewish people. Capientes is being used here in a less common but relatively normal usage of the verb capio to mean holding or containing. And now again, we've got to note singulae. This is going to strike us as a little bit odd when we first encounter it. Singulae, we might ask, well, why are we still referring to these hudriae in the plural instead of just saying each one of them in the singular as we would in English? We would say each one of them held such and such a measure. But in Latin, we're going to say, in effect, all of them singularly, that is, all of them individually. Capientes, notice we're still in the plural here. Singulae, this is referring back to our hudriae in the nominative plural. Each one of all of these individually holding, capientes, what? These measurements. And this expression is further complicated by the fact that binas et ternas, we would maybe expect simply our typical number words here, 2 or 3 of these metretas, which are a Greek measurement. A metreta, again, that's a loan word from Greek into Latin. But actually what we get instead of our normal number words are distributive adjectives. That is, it doesn't just mean 2 or 3, it means 2 or 3 each. So each, we're saying each really twice in terms of translating this into English. And Latin is just being much more precise here than English is, although again, the sense here is a little bit pleonastic. That is, all of this is sort of saying the same thing multiple times, more than is strictly necessary to convey the sense. So each of these individually is holding 2 or 3 metretas each.